Hey, what's up, everybody? This is ePhoenixN, and I am bringing you some Bulletstorm here. This is obviously the demo. It's a very short demo, although I think it's pretty good. It gives pretty good insight into the single player. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any multiplayer, which I found kind of lame. I thought they could do a much better job of getting that out there, considering they push this game as either a co-op game or a multiplayer game, in the sense that you can play with friends and whatnot. So, I mean, that's kind of like the big draw a lot of times. What they're pushing on a lot of their advertising and their propaganda, their marketing of the game, and so they didn't have that, which is pretty lame. I thought that they could have done a lot better job with the demo overall, just in giving you more to see within it. Most games such as this have a lot to do. I mean, it's very multiplayer heavy, and to not give the multiplayer just feels a little inadequate for a demo. The Crisis demo had all multiplayer. I'd much rather have an all multiplayer demo than a campaign demo, because most people on any type of first-person shooter are gonna want multiplayer over the campaign any day of the week. Not saying that the campaign can't be fun, just it's not quite the same. So anyway, I think I finished it right around 6 minutes. It's very quick. I did play it about 5 times over. I was going to do a live commentary of it like the first time I played through, but it didn't really work out well. And yeah, I found it's pretty hard in this game to talk while you're doing different things, while you're trying to learning what's going on, because you're just trying to figure out what's going on, what works best, and especially when you're trying to get a higher score than, say, like, I don't know, probably an average score is right around 4,000, just going through without really putting too much time in learning new ways to kill people. So, but anyway, as far as the actual review itself, the graphics are very, very good. They look Gears of War-esque, which makes sense since it's by the same people that did Gears of War. They are a little brighter, a little more colorful, the graphics, which is nice. I think that was one of the flaws of especially Gears of 1, but even Gears of War 2 to some extent, as far as the graphics go. So that's a plus. That's definitely a good thing. The art style, it kind of reminds me of Borderlands mixed with Gears in a sense. It kind of has like a funky, weird, over-the-top look to it. So I don't know, it's cool. I kind of like that. It kind of goes along with the overall gist of the game. The characters are kind of over the top and ridiculous, and it looks like a very fun game, a very amusing game. I'm sure, like, during several periods, you're probably going to burst into tears laughing, because it just seems like that type of game, which to me is really refreshing. I don't want the same old, and I think both this and the actual Crisis demo are a little different from what we're used to in the Halo and Call of Duty franchises, which I find just nice and refreshing overall, and it's definitely nice to have that appeal to it, of something that's a little different. So that's really cool. I like that quite a bit. My biggest critique in it is it seems a little redundant. For the most part, what you end up seeing doing is you leash the guy, and I'm sure you'll see me doing it here. You leash the guy in, you kick him either into an object, such as electrical surge wires on the wall, surging electrical wires on the wall. You kick him into spikes, or you kick him and then you shoot him with the ball and chain thing that explodes, and that explodes somebody else, and like you get different kills points for how you do it, and so it's pretty cool. The general concept, but at the same time, it seems to get a little old, and I don't know if that's just because there's only 3 guns in the demo, and so there's not that many options to play with on it. I don't know, but there is surprisingly more ways to kill people than you would think. I mean, I think I killed somebody while I'm intoxicated. I kicked somebody out into the middle of the air, and they fell like 1,000 feet. And I mean, there's different ways to do it, and it has a certain amount of fun and discovery to it, and which ways you can creatively kill people. A little sadistic and creepy in some ways, but it's still pretty fun as far as that goes. Like I said, the major drawback is kind of the redundancy of it. It does tend to get a little old after a while. And like I did play this 5 or 6 times through, and it's only a 6-minute segment, so of course it's going to get a little old because I've done it all multiple times. But I'm hoping that the game, especially the campaign, brings a little variety to it, and that it looks like from what I have seen of the videos that there will be more variety as far as boss battles and things like that. So I'm hoping that's good. I haven't decided whether I actually want to buy it yet or not. I know it does come with the Gears 3 beta, which is probably going to be the tipping factor of me buying it. But if I were you, I might wait out for a few reviews. I never overly trust reviews, but usually they give you at least a general idea. If you kind of read 2 or 3 reviews, you can balance out what one reviewer says, one critic says versus another, and kind of understand kind of the general gist of the game, not just their personal likes and dislikes as far as that goes, and more of kind of an overall objective view of the game. Like I said, I can't see any multiplayer, and so I don't know how good that's going to be. And if it's just a game where all I'm going to do is play the campaign and play a couple hours of the multiplayer, then get bored, then I'm just going to rent the game. And so that's what kind of has me nervous. I'm really hoping that the multiplayer stacks up, and that I can have multiple at least a couple days worth of fun with the multiplayer. I don't necessarily need to play it as much as I've played Call of Duty, but I at least want to play it enough that I feel like I'm getting my money worth with the game, because I wouldn't be surprised if the multiplayer campaign, or the single player campaign, and I think you can do that co-op as well, if that ends up only being, at most 10 hours, at the very most, I'm sure. So I want more out of that, more out of this game than just that, and I'm hoping it brings it. I really am. I think this game could be a lot of fun. Again, I think it's really refreshing. It's something new. The graphics are a little new compared to what you see for first-person shooters. The skill kill thing is pretty cool. It's pretty fun. The characters, again, are over the top. And so, overall, it looks like it could be a very, very fun game to play. And, I have a lot of friends that take Call of Duty and things like that very seriously, and they seem to be so dedicated. I need to get a great KD, or I need to win every single match, and, they're so obsessive about it. It kind of gets annoying, and it takes a lot of the fun out of the game. And so the game, overall, is enjoyable, but it's just not as fun. And I'm hoping this is one of those things that with Bulletstorm kind of reverses in the FPS genre. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a good night, and this next video will come up soon. I'm not sure what it's going to be.